Hello, you guys. Oh, where do we begin with our little life update? Ooh, the windows are open, so I hope it's not windy, although it never is that windy in here. But hopefully you can hear me properly. But yeah, I've kind of missed this, and I fell off the wagon, to use that term. But I lost track, and I at some point last month struggled to get back on, and I think it was a combination of things. Excuse me. Like the last video I put up was just really difficult and draining, and I was like in a weird space, and then a number of things were happening in my life personally that I was kind of that I just find tricky to navigate. And then I got sick at some point, and then I had my birthday party, and then I had my mom's birthday party, and then the next thing I knew, I was like, what am I even doing? Am I even like in the right career path? I was texting Patricia just being like, I think I'm in the wrong career path. I don't want to do this, and I don't understand what I'm doing. Like, it just, and I don't know if you, I would love to know if you guys have as many moments of like internal dissonance as I seem to have. Like, I feel like majority of my time on YouTube is spent saying I was just struggling, and I think the truth is I don't believe that my personality is well suited for what I do. Innately, like who I am as a person does not want to, like, I like this. Don't get me wrong, just to be clear before I even continue. I love many elements of this. I enjoy it. There are many times I feel aligned, like I feel like spiritually I'm aligned. This is what I'm meant to be doing, and I feel that so strongly. I know it for a fact. I'm grateful because I can't imagine, like I'm thinking back to like where I started and where I am today, and the fact that this career allows me to live the life that I live and the lifestyle that I have. And like, I'm grateful, but I'm just trying to explain that at my core, picking up a camera or being in a position where people, where I put myself out there, that doesn't align with my personality. Like, I'm most comfortable in my home with the like two people I know in my life, you know. But I also don't think that life is only about being comfortable. I don't think I don't, that's not necessarily what I want, to only feel good and to only feel comfortable. I feel like when you start to be a little uncomfortable, then that's when you start to experience growth, whether that's in a relationship or in your career or even in your body. Like when you're working out, working out isn't like, you know, just doing this and like, you know, that's not working out. Working out is painful, it hurts, it's like, but that's when you experience growth. And so it's like I'm giving myself a little lecture. Like, I know sometimes it feels like, what am I doing? This is so aligned, but I think what I ought to do, I just don't know how to do it, is to create structures that allow my introverted self to step away from this, because very quickly I start to resent the fact that I have to pick up the camera. And I know, like, right now I'm alone in this room, and so there's no one I'm trying to impress or anything, but by the mere fact that there's a red dot and it says record, and I know this will go on the internet, I have to not perform, because I don't think I'm performing, but it's not like, if no one was here, I'd be like slouched and I don't know what I'd be doing. But you know, there's something that happens when I know I'm putting this out there, and that act of like, show up, say what you're feeling, speak, give, but you know, that I think that's where I need to allow myself time where I can not have that, and then also enjoy it guilt-free, so I can step away and not feel immense guilt, because that guilt also just like then drives me to a point where I'm I can't do anything, and I'm just like, then what's the point? And it just becomes like a cycle. It's really interesting because obviously this plays out on here for the people who watch, and you guys get to see, like, I don't know, the part that isn't so well organized or well thought out or pretty or whatever, but I also know that everyone has this version in their life in some capacity. I don't think anyone's perfect, and we're all trying to figure something out, and this is the thing I'm trying to figure out, just that sweet spot. Where is that sweet spot for me, and what can I do that will allow me like a good chunk of time, guilt-free and well prepared for, right? So that I don't disappoint you, and I don't disappoint clients, and I don't disappoint friends, and I don't disappoint blah, 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 blah. And I don't disappoint myself. Like, what does that look like? And that's gonna be my trial and error for the next couple of months to figure out what that looks like. But yeah, that's really what happened in March. Like, I just had one thing after another that felt like a little difficult, and then one thing after another that was like really exciting and a good distraction. And then I was like, wait a second, actually I've really enjoyed just not being in front of the camera, but what does this mean? Am I like, should I be looking for a different career change, blah 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 blah. Yeah, that could also have been like PMS too. A part of that, small part of that could have also been that. But anyway, I'm here. I dressed up for you in my little Amazon find, and I'll link it in the description box. Actually, if you watched till the end of the last video, you'll have seen all of this coming together. But I just wanted to give you guys like a life update because I haven't spoken to you in a minute, and I want to see, that's the thing, like I want to share. I feel like, but I haven't spoken to you in a while, and I just want to share what's happening. And how are you guys? What's happening? Those who are like sitting exams, like I got a couple of comments at some point, like sitting exams, how are you? Are you good? How are you feeling? I just want to know. The first quarter of 2022 is over, and then that means we're in December. I just said Merry Christmas. I just was saying Merry Christmas, like, yo, wow. Anyway, Q1 done. How are you feeling about your goals? If you wrote goals down, do you want to like shift things around? That's also where I'm at. And for me, shifting around is like trying to see how to keep this up, you know, and be consistent and create a schedule that's really sustainable. But I've even written down like my updates because I don't want to forget. Like a good student, I'm like, guys, I have things to tell you, okay? I got things to tell you. Oh, first of all, my birthday. Ooh, I don't know how I'll do it. I think I'll insert clips either after or before, or as I'm speaking. It'll be somewhere on the screen. But it was so lovely. I was surrounded by the people I love the most in this world, although a few couldn't make it because they're in like different parts of the world, like Jeff and Fatma and Karen and Mark, and just there were a few people who were not there because they couldn't be there. But otherwise I just felt so loved, and yet it was just dinner. That's all we had was dinner. Oh, and then we had the dinner at Urban Eatery. And as we were walking, first of all, there was an issue with my reservation, and it just like a bit of a hiccup that I wasn't really happy with. Like it was almost like, did you make a reservation? And I was like, I've called 4 times in the last week, most recently today. Yes, I made a reservation for like 20 plus people. What do I do? But all that was sorted. But as we were entering, and part of the reason I wasn't even like that upset, because I was like, how could you not have prepared? Like, we just have been talking to you guys the whole week. But I was distracted because there was a couple that was getting, there was an engagement that was happening, and like this lady was blindfolded, and my whole family were just like, oh my god, someone's getting married. What? I forgot. It's like I forgot people get engaged, which also feels a little crazy to say given that my own engagement was a bit of like a thing. But because there was, you know, not gonna go into it, but like I think I don't have a lot of people around me getting married. I think that's it. Like, I don't know what's happening, but of the like 2 friends I have no one's getting, like, I'm like, oh yeah, people do get, yeah, like, yeah, that's a thing. It was so beautiful to watch, and it was just like, you just wanted to cheer them on, like, yes, please go to couples therapy and like just check in on each other and just like make sure you do the things and the work. Yes. Oh gosh. Anyway, that was lovely, the engagement before our birthday, like the birthday dinner, but that was a nice evening. I was just beaming with love. And then the weekend after, wait, is there anything I wanted to say about my party? Oh yes, so happy I wrote notes. I just wanted to shout out a couple of things that I got. I don't know why the color is so washed out now. Just a sec. I don't think that's better, but anyway, I wanted to shout out this because it was like right there. But I got a couple of really lovely gifts, a lot of which happened to be in the fashion department. So I might do like a new in wardrobe type video a little bit later. But this has been sitting on my shelf and I've been dying to show you guys. But we went to Sarit Center with Patricia, and Mondi joined us later actually on my actual birthday, and we walked into Textbook Center because Patty and I, Mondi wasn't there yet, but like Patty and I, like we come alive in a bookstore, like that just makes us, we could, yeah, that's our jam. And she spotted this. It's called the Love Bible, and I just was like, how are you putting it back down? Like, I want that. And she ended up buying it for me. But it is, that's what it is. So I'm gonna flip to a random page. Can you see? It's just saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And then it says it in another language. Like that one, I don't know how to pronounce that, but like, je te quiere. Not, I was gonna try and pronounce that, but like, also, no, not gonna. But literally, it's just, in 365 languages or something of that, something to that effect, it just says I love you for every day of the year in a different language. Amote. There's even Kiswahili, nakupenda. Dio te amo. Anyway, it made me happy, and I feel like this is the jam. This is the jam. I wanted to shout that out. Right, oh yeah, I want to tell you guys about like then what happened thereafter. The weekend after, me, Tats, and Tiff and our girls went to the ostrich house, and actually I'm just gonna insert the clip of me walking around the house, just giving you a house tour. I didn't film the actual trip because it was us and our girls, and it was like a mama and daughter trip. And I just didn't film that, but I did film like a house tour because maybe you guys are interested. So like, check that out.
Take a train ride just to see you. Ride for hours just to please you. You don't know how much I need you, 'cause you're my home away from home, away from home, away from being alone. Run away from home, why don't you? I did the same just for you. You
Isn't it so cute? It's so simple too. Just like the structure of it is so simple, and yet just so striking too. But it was a really lovely trip, and I feel like after the trip, 100% we grew closer as friends, as mom friends. We just had like a couple of moments that just brought us together, and it made me so grateful to have these women who are on the same journey and just trying to like figure out what parenting is about. Like, how do you raise well-rounded kids? What are we doing about school fees? And like, what are we doing about, I don't know, money and providing and trips, and what do we want to, like, what are our dreams? And it was just so good. And I know I remember my mom saying to me when I was younger, like, when you're in a relationship, just make sure you don't abandon your girlfriends. Sorry if you can hear screaming, there's like kids, it's holidays, so like all the kids are outside. But my mom would be like, don't abandon your friends, don't abandon your girlfriends just because you got a man in your life. Make sure your girls are still around, because you just like, you know, because you know sometimes you can get carried away and you like kind of forget that. And I feel like the next level of that is find mom friends, or even dad friends if you know, whoever. Just, but I think for mom, just for me at least, it was like finding mom friends who like have the same values or same dreams and same like, and we can have these discussions. It was just so lovely. And yeah, and it's not too far out of town either. It's about like an hour and less than an hour and a half, like an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 15. So it was lovely. And then the weekend after that was my mom's birthday, which you'd have heard me talk about in like the last video you watched. And yeah, I think that's, oh, and then the last update I wanted to share. How cute is that? I just got that notebook here. There we go. There we go. I just got that notebook as a birthday present. One of my birthday presents, taking notes and kicking ass. Yes. And it came with this pen too. But wanted to give you guys a book update. Finished this book. Do you want to talk about that? I'm not sure I actually want to talk about it because it's been talked about enough actually. So we're just going to put it to rest. And your thoughts are your thoughts, my thoughts are my thoughts. And yeah, but by the time this video goes up, we'll have already had our Chasing Paper book live discussion around the book. So maybe you want to watch that, because I'm sure we'll share our thoughts there. But I finished reading Will, and I actually really enjoyed that. And then I finished reading Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. I really didn't like that. I really struggled. It felt like the ideas he was sharing and the like principles he was trying to share, like they just felt very rudimentary. Like this, like I just felt like I wanted a little bit more, and not like be kind. Yeah. Go on. Like, and it was like, give me more. I started off like really liking certain things, and then at some point I just was like, it wasn't, but I finished it, and it was an audiobook. I'm now on another audiobook called Outliers. I'm sure you guys have heard about that. Malcolm Gladwell. I love it. I'm really enjoying it. And then I also finished this book, which is The Glass Hotel. It's like a drama and a bit of, not really mystery, maybe a bit of mystery, just a little bit. It was okay. It was kind of it, like at some point I was like, wait, so like, how are we gonna, who, how, you know? And that kind of, that I get excited about, like when you are trying to like just find any spare time to find out what is going on. That moment came to me with this book, so that was nice. But I still gave it like about 3 out of 5. And what I'm reading now, besides Outliers, which I'm listening to on Audible, because I'm determined to listen to more audiobooks, but also make those like self-development type books, because I find it easier to listen to that than read it. And then I keep to my fiction as like actual physical copies, and I've got The Burning Girls. Oh, and then the book for April is Mating in Captivity by Esther Perel, and it's about like sex, actually. So I haven't started that, so I don't have any thoughts, but I know Esther Perel, and I'm pretty certain I'm gonna love it. Any other updates? No, I feel like that's it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to update you on, makeup wise, skincare wise, hair. I mean, my hair, I'm a month post texturizing, and I just did these cornrows and undid them this morning. It's the best thing I ever did. Texturizing my hair. Not the best thing. Well, one of the best things I did when it comes to hair care. I have been having thoughts about like cutting my hair. Not too short, but like just like a bob, and I don't know. I feel like those ideas are fun until you try and hold your hair up and you're like, who told me to do this? So no real updates. I think that's it when it comes to life in general, and just like, yeah, where my head's at. I think at some point today I might step out to go to a fabric store, because I'm in desperate need of shears. My current shears situation is a mess, although where I do want to get shears is just like Thailand Carpet Center, but I want to go to Nishit because they have Nishit&Co, because they have really beautiful fabrics and gorgeous wallpaper, and I have an idea for wallpaper. I'm just getting a little bit curious, like I'm itching for a little bit more depth and drama in all of the rooms, not some of the rooms, all of the rooms in this house. And I just want to go see what price points I'd be looking at if I was to go and like redo certain things in this house. So I might step out, in which case I will definitely bring you along with me. I think I will. I'll definitely do it at some point. For now, I've got purple tea, which that does not look purple at all. It's like this like berry orangey pinky reddy tone, and I've got a slice of the lemon cake or the lemon loaf I made in the last. Did you watch that in the last video? I think I must have included some clips here and there. And I have some editing to do so I can like get ahead of schedule. So I will catch you later. Okay, it's much later in the day. It's exactly 5:45 p.m. I did not end up going to Nishit&Co because I figured I could do that tomorrow after the gym and before my Zoom call. So I was like in the house trying to be like, oh, what should I do? I should try and like film like the try on part of the next video, blah, blah, blah. And as I was doing it, I ended up getting another like piece of work that I had to do that had to go up today. And look, I'm not exactly a believer of like, you know, because I woke up in the right headspace, these opportunities came to me. I'm not sure, like, I'm not sure it's exactly like that. And I know there's a lot of people who fully believe that. But I do think because I was in this specific headspace, I was better prepared to take on whatever opportunities came or whatever curveballs came. Like I was in a better headspace and I could take it on. And I just feel like today couldn't have been better as like my first day back. It's not really my first day back. I have been working, but it's been my first day of like trying to smash as many things off my to-do list as possible, and that to-do list was long and I haven't gotten everything off, but I did edit a video, I created content, I was on emails, I was like, just there's a lot that went on that I feel really excited for. Like I feel good about closing this chapter and calling it a day. And so I'm in here because I want to get into my pajamas. I want to put my hair out of the way, possibly do like, do I want twist outs again? What's the easiest way to maintain these curls? That is the question. I'm also going to the gym tomorrow, so I want something that's easy to manage at the gym too. I think I'll just hold it up in a bun and like twist it like so. Honestly, most of the time I do the least when it comes to my hair. And I just also am a big believer in like the less you manipulate it, the better for your hair. So like tugging and like brushing and blah blah blah. Like it was recently washed. I washed it yesterday. I put all this great product on it and put it in 2 cornrows, and then this morning I was like, oh, I just want to look like really extra girly, so I put down the cornrows. But I just feel like the less you manipulate your hair, the better in the long run. But I hope if you're watching this and you have been in a kind of funk, whether that's because of just, I hope that it kind of encourages you to just keep going, and whatever you can do, however little it is, that's great. And if you can't do anything, it's okay. Just try. Whenever you're ready, just try and work your way back. But I just know I feel my best when I'm in this state, when I'm moving forward. And I also feel my best when I'm like having guilt-free rest, but I don't often have guilt-free rest. It's often like I'm often riddled with just a sense of like, oh, that's it. You're just damaging your career. It's over for you. Just like close this chapter now. You might as well delete your accounts. I never have just like a proper chill, like a restful period. But I just want to figure that out for myself. I also have to say I have a couple of exciting trips coming up in the month of April, May, and June. One in May hasn't been like locked down, and even the one in June hasn't really been locked down in that I don't have tickets. But I just feel really hopeful when it comes to travel, which is another thing that really inspires me. Like just being in a different environment, a different space, I just feel like I come alive. And especially when there's no kids. No offense to the kids, but like, I don't know if that's like the most creative inducing space when you're like full on mom mode. But when you're just in a place and you can take it in and it's fully just for you, not for anyone else, and you don't have to look after anyone else. If it's just for you, I love those moments, and that's when my creative juices are just like flowing. Like today I was just going through my Morocco pictures back from 2018, and just the way, I feel like my heart is even beating fast thinking about that. It was just one of my most favorite trips ever. I felt like I was floating. It didn't matter that there were a few things on the trip that I really got irritated about. I don't think did I ever talk about this? I don't know if I did. But Morocco is a French-speaking country. Let me just think about that. It is, right? French-speaking? Well, I'm sure there's other languages, but like there's French speakers, and on the trip majority of the other influencers were also French speaking, and I had to several times remind the hosts, I don't speak French. I don't understand what you're saying about like our itinerary for the day. Please just say it in English, because everyone else can understand English here, but I don't understand French. I think on the trip, like the people on the trip, you know? So I was saying like they understand, the other influencers understand English. So since that's something we all understand and we can all speak, please speak in English. So I don't get to just like wait for someone to translate and hope that they do translate or not. But like, I also understand that if you're more comfortable in a certain language, you just kind of keep going back to that language. So that was the only thing on the trip that I remember just being like, oh, I don't understand. Please just tell me what we're doing. Where am I supposed to go? What is happening now? It wasn't the whole time, but besides that, and that's like nothing when it comes to like how great the trip was. It was magic. Anyway, I hope I get to create magic in the next few months. And I get to bring you guys along with me. But for now, I'm bringing you along with me in my like skincare. No, I'm actually not gonna do my skincare routine on here, but I will get into my pajamas. That's exciting. Good morning, everyone. I just finished my workout and I came to the Bookworm because I haven't done this in a minute, and I just like to come and see what they have. Because just being in any kind of bookstore or library makes me so happy. And I'm just gonna tag them below. They haven't asked, but I just always, well, one, I love books, and two, if you are an avid reader and you go through books very quickly and you can't keep up with like buying new books, then I feel like this system would work for you. For those people who are reading 200 books in a year, first of all, how can you afford that? Second, this might be the answer. Oh gosh, I just love it. I love it. I love coming here. And I've also gone round all the shelves and noticed that and counted, and I've read 20 of the books that are here. And my goal is every time I come, I just want to like get to like 30 and then get to 40. Yeah, just one of the little things that I enjoy doing. But I did my workout this morning feeling a little bruised, and by a little I mean a lot. I think you can also kind of see it in my face. I just don't look okay. I don't feel okay. My hair is not okay. My skin is not okay. Nothing's okay. But by the end of the day, I feel like I'll feel a little bit more like myself. I have a live later this evening with Patricia. But before that, I feel like I want to pass by Nishit&Co. And then head home and start to get ready for the evening. I also have a meeting, a Zoom meeting at some point. But now we're off to do a little bit of fabric swatching and wallpaper searching. And hopefully we'll come up with some, I don't know, who knows? Let's just see. Okay, oh, and that's another one? Yeah. We can place it there then. Thank you. Okay. So where the prices are not on here, you would have to tell me the prices?
Yeah, some of them are the back though.
So
you usually look at
this is so pretty. My video is up and I feel alive. Oh, it feels so good to have it out in the universe, and just like hoping that people will enjoy it, because it's the one where I'm talking about my mama's birthday, and genuinely she's still reeling from like the events of last week. It's not even a week by the time I'm filming this, but she's just like, I just went for one of the spa treatments that someone gifted me. That was her messaging me yesterday. I just love it. I just love it for my mom. I passed by our cafe market and picked up some a couple of veggies, just very little. I just needed baby spinach and green pepper and yellow pepper because I want to have some salads this weekend. I've got everything else like cherry tomato, cashew, feta cheese, so all is sorted in that department. And when I got home, you guys, first, I think you remember, you've seen what I'm about to talk about, but I think you remember how bad my laptop situation was. It was, it was bad. I don't even know how this part was still attached to this part. Like the screen was attached to the board, the keyboard, but it's been fixed. I have a working screen. Look at her, you guys. I'm so happy. You can see yourselves back there, but I'm just so happy. And then also because I guess I haven't been using this laptop, I'm just like, this is a lot of screen. Like, what was I doing with all that screen? Look at my little leopard print backdrop. But I feel like I have a second laptop. I'm unclear what I want to do with it. I don't know if I should try and sell it. I mean, he even cleaned the screen. I swear my screen has never been this clean. I'm gonna leave his details in the description box in case you're looking for someone who deals with like Apple products and fixes things. I got his number from Patricia, and I believe Patricia must have used him and has recommended him to a few people, myself included. This took a day to fix. It cost 10,000 shillings. I don't know if that's, I also bargained in case you go there and he gives you a different price. Just know, like, I was like, please, 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 can you just give me a really good discount? But he's cleaned this thing. It looks brand new. I'm so happy. I mean, my sound isn't great. It wasn't great. I must have spilled a couple of things on my laptop at some point. So that's the thing that I don't love about this laptop, and why I wouldn't necessarily reach for it over this one. Plus my new one is like, you know, it's got all these like cool things, like you can adjust the sound, and there are all these dials that are just cool. But I have that. I might even just consider, I don't know, I'm gonna text my dad and see what he thinks about my sister, although she has a laptop. But anyway, I'm a little frustrated because we don't have clean drinking water. Like this is so like, this is not what I usually talk about on YouTube. But the person who delivers water didn't deliver yesterday and didn't deliver today, because we have to buy like drinking water to put like on the water dispenser, and things are thick right now, and I'm not sure what to do. I don't know if I have time to run out and get water, although that's just too much work, and it's a lot. But that's what's kind of frustrating me right now. What else do I want to say? I think that's it. I have about a little over an hour to get ready, so I might just go figure out or do I just wear this? I might just keep it to this for the live, because it's kind of dressed up, right? And I could, I don't have to zip it up all the way. I could leave it, I might just keep it simple and wear this for the live. But I need to figure out what to do with my hair. I need to do my makeup. I'll actually keep everything very simple. This live, I'm not sure how much of it I've talked about, but it is by Sendy, Fullfilment. It's in partnership with them. I'm working with them on Instagram, although at a later date I'll tell you more about Sendy on YouTube. But we're talking about customer experience and the fulfillment process, and how to make sure that customers are happy and they are well served and their products have arrived in time, and like getting into the nitty-gritties of that part of running a business. And so we've got like two business owners coming in and also sharing their experience. So if that's the kind of thing that you're into, I think they're going to save the live, and I'm sure it's going to be up by the time this video goes up. So I will link that in the description box in case that's of interest to you. For now, I need to doll myself up. I'll see you guys when I'm looking just a little bit cuter, not too like there's nothing crazy is going on. I'm just trying to look like myself, but like a little bit more elevated. Whoops. Someone clearly forgot to film yesterday. Honest to God, I even had to look at the last clip I filmed to be like, what did I say? What did I talk about? I'm just making sure there's no lip product on my teeth. But yesterday was just a little manic last evening. Like I just was ready for the live. Like I literally, with not even minutes to spare, it was more like 30 seconds is when I sat in front of my phone and was like ready to go. Everything just happened really quick, and I think in my mind I had so much time, but clearly I didn't. But finished the live, and I had a chilled evening. I think I was just watching YouTube, which is something I haven't done in a while. I think actually this is something that I usually do when I'm not creating content on YouTube. It is unlikely that I will watch like other people's vlogs when I'm not creating content, and then when I'm back in like the spirit of creating, I'm like, okay, what are people doing? What are they talking about? What's happening? I'm not entirely sure why I do that. So I was just kind of catching up on a lot of people's YouTube videos, and this morning I'm getting ready for I have 10:30 a.m. Zoom call, but before that I have lots of like screenshots to put together for reports, because it is when I'm filming this, it's the 1st of April, so like there's a lot that needs to like be gathered and sent out to brands. And then afterwards I have like some mommy stuff to do, but I will probably pick up the vlog again, maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, but all of that will be in a different vlog. This is just me saying goodbye. And I also want to show you guys my outfit. I don't know why, but I kind of forgot that I have these like these kinds of pants. Like I've got a drawer there that has that's what I mean, that chest of drawers. I have that there, and it's got lots of like one of the drawers has like lots of these style pants, so not jeans and not leggings, but pants like these, and it's like I forgot to pull them out. So today I was like, great, I have to wear them. These are from LC Waikiki. In fact, a lot of them are from LC Waikiki. And then my top is from Petal and Pup, and actually they gave me a discount code. I will put it in the description box in case you want to head on there and get yourself a little discount as you're purchasing something. But I just really love their pieces. I genuinely love their pieces. I have another order that's coming soon-ish, not entirely sure when, but soon-ish. My regular watch, this is a Citizen watch, my necklace that is gonna live on my neck forever, and I haven't talked about it, and maybe I'll talk about it when it's actually happening, but I went and saw a dermatologist about this little guy, which for the longest time I thought it was a keloid, but from what he said, it's not actually a keloid. It is more likely just a cyst, and I will take you guys through it, but I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little bit smaller than it's been in ages. There will be a procedure and other things, and hopefully this will almost disappear. Not fully, I don't think it could ever fully disappear, but we'll see. But we'll talk about that later. Anything else? No, hair is up in a bun, and I'm ready to have a nice, productive, but kind of relaxed Friday. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. And I just want to say once again, thank you for your patience when it came to like just how mostly absent I was in the month of March. But I did try and give you as many updates as I possibly could about like what was happening and like what went down, because I was trying to pick up my camera here and there. It just didn't feel the most natural to always do that. But I'm excited for April. I will see you guys very soon. Goodbye. Have a lovely rest of the week.